The divisional round is over. Got championship weekend damn near upon us.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
AFC,
Overreaction Monday.
AFC Championship, NFC Championship.
Just how we drew it up. Got the GOAT Bowl on the NFC side.
Mm-hmm.
And you got the Young Gunners on the AFC side.
I like to see it. I like to see it. So regardless how it play out, it's gonna be the old head versus the young boy in the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I like it. But
Yeah, I like that.
first and foremost, on this good Monday, Overreaction Monday, happy MLK Day.
Yes, sir.
You know, Martin Luther King, man, was a guy who stood up for what was right. You know, trying to make change in this country, man, and
Mm-hmm.
through the times where, and it's crazy where you it's back to that now. It's back to that again where he took a stand. He took a stance for something where, hopefully during this time in 2021, we won't be saying the same things that he was saying back in the civil rights movement. You know what I mean?
Facts.
And, one of the great quotes that I like by him is something sweet, man. It's everybody can be great because everybody can serve. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like it doesn't say, it's not a long statement, but it's a powerful punch. You know what I mean? So definitely salute to Martin Luther King Jr., man, what he stand for, and what he but what he represented, what he represented as a man, as a
Yeah,
black
for
man in this
sure.
country.
For sure. Like you said, man, led a lot of the civil rights movement in the 60s. And unfortunately, we still dealing with a lot of the same things, like you said, man. And a lot of his quotes and a lot of things that he stood for, ring even more true now, as the same they did however many years ago. We on the heels of the world's biggest civil rights movement, coming off of 2020. So hopefully we continue moving in the right direction, man. But big salute to MLK, man.
Yes, sir.
For sure, for sure. But yeah, man, let a couple people jump in here, man. Let's get to it, man. Coming off what I felt like was a great weekend of football,
I'm with you.
playoff football. We all the last game that we saw, that Saints Bucks game, possibly Drew Brees' last game in the NFL. Tom Brady, I mean, it wasn't. I wouldn't say he led the charge of this game. He's a quarterback, didn't make too many mistakes, but that defense, man, that defense came out and balled. We said going into it, depended on what type of defense showed up for the Bucks, how this game will go, and the boys came out clicking, man. What you thought about the game?
Man, it was a good game. Like you said, Tom Brady, he didn't come out throw for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, but he did what he needed to do in this particular game for them to win. Obviously, the Tampa Bay defense came out and balled. They had 2 picks, I think a forced fumble, and they was able to capitalize on the mistakes that the Saints made. Shout out to Devin White, man. He was all over the field. Fumble recovery. I think he probably had like 10 tackles, a
Mm-hmm.
key interception. With AK coming out the backfield, going up the seam, man. So Tampa Bay, man, they playing good ball right now. I was high on them coming into the season. Obviously,
Very high.
I don't think they lived up to the hype, early on in the middle of the season, but towards the end and now, man, they're playing really good ball. And like you just mentioned, I think what we were really kind of waiting on and wanting to see is what Tampa Bay defense was going to come out and play. Obviously,
Mm-hmm.
they've been up and down throughout the year, but hell of a game by the Tampa Bay defense. So if they can keep playing like that, man, shit, you know, it's going to be exciting next week because, they played the Green Bay early in the year
Mm-hmm.
and they made A-Rod look really real average.
It
You know
made
what I'm
him look
saying?
bad, man.
Yeah. So we'll see. What you think of the game?
Oh man, it,
Three
it went
picks.
yeah, it went well last night. Yeah, 3 picks. The
Mm-hmm.
both quarterbacks didn't really look like I guess like they've looked for 20 plus years. I mean, they old guys at this point, so you can't expect them to, carry the team and have games like A-Rod been having all year. But it was a good game, man. Good game. The defense, like I said, the Tampa Bay defense showed up, man. And every touchdown that the Bucs scored was set up by a turnover. They scored 21 points off turnovers, which is, good complimentary football. The Bucs special teams came out like they were ready to lose the game for them, so they definitely gonna need a better effort, special teams wise, to beat Green Bay, and they need that same defense to show up. Now, A-Rod to end the season, he saw Chicago, which is a very good defense in Week 17, and then he saw the number one defense in the Rams, his first divisional round this last weekend, slaughtered them. Yep. so I don't think they're gonna be afraid of this Tampa defense, man. Tampa's offense, I feel, is gonna have to sustain drives, score touchdowns against Green Bay's defense to win this game. And I don't really see it happening. But so I'm gonna take. I think I'm gonna go with Green Bay in this one in Lambeau. But we're gonna, we'll have our picks on Friday. That might be my early one though. But
I feel you. What you think about Breeze, man? Like you said, we might have seen him for the last time. Like, what you think? I know he came out last night. They showed video with him and Tom Brady on the field, man, just chopping it up. And then I think I seen something this morning where it said he's going to take time to just think about his future and if he's going to come back, as he should. Definitely don't want to just make that decision. Fresh out the season. What you think, man?
I mean, I think he's done. I think he's done. Obviously, with the great career that he's had, you'll hate for him to end like that for him, but it is what it is. I guess he had Tom Brady. Let him meet his fate, but he's had some postseason. gaffes as an offense, as a team, and they definitely collapsed. They made some poor throws. That pick he threw 2-3 to Mike Thomas. The pick he threw to Devin White late. I mean, it was bad, and I think they were missing Taysom Hill. It's just not the offense that Breeze could carry anymore.
You think
Taysom? If Jameis get a shot over there, man.
Shit. Jameis came in, threw him a pick. I think it was the longest touchdown pass of the season.
Yeah, man. Came in to throw a dime, man. Jameis had that LASIK. So he probably out here.
Hey, that LASIK real. I know I got that in I got that 2007. That shit changed my life instantly, boy.
Word?
A 10-minute procedure, boy. I'm like, damn, this how everybody's seeing the world? Like, this shit crazy.
Growing up, you wore glasses or contacts?
So like in the classroom, I wore glasses. But I want to be cool and sit in the back of the class and shit. Whole time I'm struggling. Right?
Back there looking like Jameis, early Jameis.
Hey, struggling like shit. So then, I started wearing contacts. But I think everybody who wore contacts know sometimes the struggles with contacts. So my second year in the league, man, I was a little nervous, but my teammate Marlon Jackson, he got it, and he spoke highly of it. So I was like, man, I gotta get this, man. Just getting tired of contacts popping out on the field, and you got one contact in, one contact out, like shit, just crazy. So when I got that LASIK, man, I'm talking about 10 minutes, man, and boy,
night and day,
instantly.
That's crazy. Yeah, man. So he threw for 5,000 yards, 30 touchdowns. We can understand why 30 picks without the LASIK. So definitely interested to see if Jameis get another shot under center, man. If it's not for the Saints, somewhere else. But they obviously got some questions at quarterback. So we'll see how how they address that. But if it is the end for Drew Brees, salute to him. Put up a lot of great numbers. Won one Super Bowl, unfortunately, against my dog.
Damn.
But yeah, it looked like it's a wrap, man. He's gonna take some time to figure it out, but I think most likely we'll see him on TV somewhere next year.
Nah, for sure. Question on this game though. You said obviously Taysom Hill did not play. If he would have played, would he have made a big difference in this game?
I mean, he's made a difference for him all year, in my opinion. Even when he had to be the full-time quarterback, so I think he's proved his worth this year. I still wouldn't, trust him as my full-time quarterback going into a season.
Right.
But as you know, as a defender, that's another element we got to practice and prepare for. So that's more time dedicated by the coaches, by the players. That hey, we got to prepare for this Taysom Hill package. Pause. Whether it be in the field, in the red zone, they get in that low red zone, that quarterback power been pretty much unstoppable all year.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think he would have definitely made a difference in the game. I don't know if he'd have made the difference to win it. I think the Bucks won, by 10. That defense, the way they showed up and played, man, they can beat anybody if they got a defense and they got a run game. You just put Brady in the position. It's almost like how Brady was winning his early championships, like that first year. Like, yeah, very good defense. Yep, good special teams, good running game. So if you have that, you can go up there in Lambeau and get you one and be the first team to host
Hey,
in your home stadium.
you heard it. You heard it here. We've been talking about it all year. When it comes down the stretch, you have to have a good defense and a good run game.
Yep,
all year. If you have those two, you have a good rest. The passing yards is all good. They'll get you through. They'll win you some games. But you got to have you a good defense and a good run game. I think it's only one team that's left right now that I would say don't have both of those.
Who's that? Chiefs? Oh, no, the Bills.
The Bills, exactly.
Yeah.
Have a good defense. The run game is suspect though, but
no run game, bro. Like I'm watching the game against I watched the game when they played the Ravens, and I was doing that game on Twitch actually with Leger Doozable. Yeah. I'm like, yo, the over under on Josh Allen actually turning around and handing the ball off to a running back has got to be 10 for this game. And I want to say it probably ended like 7 to 8. It was crazy. Like all run game was from the shotgun, something Josh Allen was doing. So, but you got a quarterback who can kind of put that run game on his shoulders. So we'll see. We'll see if it's enough. But definitely got to control that line of scrimmage, man.
Nah, got to.
But yeah, man, the next game, man, the Browns Chiefs game from yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
We both had the Chiefs winning.
Both had the Chiefs. Yep. We both said it was going to be closer than what people thought. And that's what ended up happening. I think Baker Mayfield came out and played a solid game, a good game. I don't think they ran the ball as much as I thought they should have.
Didn't run it nearly enough.
Kareem Hunt barely touched the rock in the first 3 quarters, I would say. Mm-hmm. And that was kind of surprising to me just because, we talk about the two-headed monster that they did have. And they've been leaning on them toward the end of the year. I thought they should have, fed them two guys a little bit more. I think the defense played fairly well. And, hats off to the Browns, the season that they had. I think we're looking at a different Browns team, a different Browns organization.
For sure.
Shout out to Andrew Berry, our executive of the year, and the head coach, my head coach of the year. Coach of the year. So it was definitely a good game, but I just think it was just a little bit too much Kansas City Chiefs, man.
Yeah, man, too much Kansas City. Obviously, everybody gonna talk about that call with Chad Henne down the stretch, which was a big call. That was a big balls call.
Big kahunas, baby. Big kahunas.
Andy Reid dropped it, man. But yeah, I think it goes back to the Browns just not sticking to what got them there. Sure. I feel like them cats should have had 35 plus rushes combined. I don't care what success the Chiefs were having, stacking the box and stopping that run. It was too many drives where those guys didn't get enough downhill runs, man. They had, let me see, I want to say they had 19 combined carries, man. They both literally averaged the same average, 5.3 a carry. So you averaging 5.3 a carry.
It's a first down every 2 plays.
You know what I mean? You only giving them 19 carries. You got Baker Mayfield threw the ball 37 times, which Baker didn't play bad, but that's not how that team is built, man. It's not how that team is built right now. Go through those two tailbacks, let them weigh and lean on that defense, and then pick and choose your opportunities in the pass game. I know the Chiefs had some success early stopping the run, but you got to keep going to it. You got to keep going to it, keep the attempts. Myles Garrett got banged up towards the end of the game. He came in, still had a big sack. You still had an opportunity to win it down the stretch.
For sure.
What you thought about that call in the or that non-call, that play that Sorensen made right on the goal line?
Hell of a play, Sorensen.
Touchback.
Hey, hell of a play. It's a lot of talk about, personal foul, leading with the head or whatever the case may be. That's a hell of a play. Good hustle play. And, I always, in meetings, coaches, offensive coaches always talk about stretching that ball out. And that's what can happen. That's why a lot of time coaches say don't do that. Obviously, on his part though, it's a hustle play. He's trying to get in. He's trying to do everything that he can do to get into the zone. But that's why they say don't do that. But great play. Great play on Sorensen's part. I don't think it should have been
great
a flag.
Play, man. Defend every blade of grass.
Every play, and I tweeted it out. And Coach Dungy used to always say this is a game of inches. A game of inches, one more inch, 2 more inches, that would have been a touchdown. But it was great hustle, man. And, I know a lot of people talk about not liking that touchback rule. How you feel about that?
It's a rule, man. Offense, y'all can't have every rule offense. I like it. I like it, man. It's a damn rule. Stick with it. People wanted the lower in the head penalty and all that. And I mean, it's a bang play, man. Could they have called it? Yes. Should they have called it? I think not. Like you said, it was a hustle play for both guys. Higgins is straining, trying to get in the end zone.
Yeah.
I can hear Belichick right now. Don't reach it, because he always shows, high or low lights of people doing that and that happening. And that's why you don't do it, like you said, unless it's one of those, last play of the half or last play of the game type situations. Unless you got it for sure, don't reach that ball over the pylon, man. But that just shows you, defensive coaches say it all the time: defend every blade of grass.
Yes,
you never
sir.
know. Run to the ball, hustle. And Dan made a big play. Pretty much, I mean, that was a game shifting play.
Yeah. But
10-point swing, no touchdown, and then the Chiefs went down and got a field goal. So man,
he been making those type plays all year for them. I don't think he gets enough credit, as far as what he does for that defense. You see him playing a safety role. You see him down in the box playing a down position, linebacker position, blitzing, covering. You know what I mean? Like he does a lot for that team. And I think that's one reason why that team flourishes the way they do. You have him. Got our guy Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger. You got Chris Jones up front, man. They got some good guys up on that defense that makes a lot of splash plays.
Yeah, Badger had a nasty pick too on that. I mean, just doing what he do, man. Doing what he do, showing up every week.
And make the plays that when they throw at you, make the plays. One of my coaches always say, catch the ones that they throw to you, and you'll lead the league in interceptions. You know what I mean? And him just being a playmaker, and playmaker make plays, being instinctive. Shit. Yeah. He did a lot, not only in the pass game but in the run game. There's a lot of times where you see him setting the edge. Now it's not only defensive ends and linebackers that set the edge. DBs, we got to do it too. And he did it. He did it. I know it's 2 or 3 times that sticks out for me, where he set the edge, made the runner cut up inside to the rest of the defense, man. So Honey Badger out there balling, man. True leader. Leader.
Man. Chiefs keep finding a way to win. Obviously Kelsey doing what Kelsey does. Ty Hill balling and made a huge play at the end of the game. Chad Henne stepping in.
Hey,
he threw up that pick, man. I'm like, oh man, it's about to get ugly. He threw up a punt, 1st and 25, but they found a way to win the game. What's the chances?
0%.
Patrick Mahomes.
I already knew what you misses 0%.
The AFC Championship because of concussion protocol.
Hey, listen here. If they would have had one more quarter to play, guess who would have been running back out there? Hey, you best believe that. If they had one more quarter to play, Pat Mahomes, the Chiefs would have got fined. Everybody would have been talking about it. Patrick Mahomes would have been out there. So
Yeah,
best
I agree.
believe next Sunday, Patrick Mahomes will be taking a snap, man.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes can have a concussion. He can have COVID. He can have cramps. He gonna be out there for championship Sunday. You better
No
believe it.
question.
Book it. I wonder
Hey,
what's the line on that game?
hey, I think it's I don't know.
3.
3.
Yeah, Chief favored by 3 right now. Packers favored by 3.5.
Yeah. Shout out to Chad Haney, man. When your number is called, you got to be ready, man.
Hey,
You have to be ready. You know what I mean? He came in, he scrambled for, I think it was 3rd and 14, 3rd and 15.
3rd and 14. What a play.
3rd and 14 scrambled. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, that's gutsy, man. Like, even though he's a vet, but I'm pretty sure he came into the game and said, you know what? I'm gonna come in here, I'm gonna throw my coat on, I'm gonna throw my Scully on. When Patrick Mahomes come to the sideline, we're gonna look at this was it the Surface?
The little Microsoft Surface.
The little Microsoft Surface. I'm gonna tell him what I'm seeing on the sideline. You know, the defense is doing this, that, and the third, but I don't think he thought he was going to be able to have to go in the game and seal the game for him. So, for you youngsters, man, when your opportunity presents itself,
be ready.
Be ready, man. Take full advantage of that.
Be ready. That knock don't come twice sometimes. And that was Henny's. As long as he's been in the league, I think that was his playoff debut.
Yeah,
I think I saw it somewhere. Don't quote me on that, but
it's tough to get them off, man.
It's tough getting them off. You can't take it for granted, man.
You cannot. I know I did.
you got in there early, won a Super Bowl your rookie year.
Man, my first 7 years I was in there. The last 7, I ain't sniffed the playoff.
Dang, that's crazy. So your first 7 playoffs, last 7, ain't sniffing.
Nothing. Well, no, I'll say this: the first 7 out of 8, because my last year we did make the playoffs. But my first 7 out of 8 we did. But then after that, I ain't sniffed the playoffs.
Damn, that's wild.
Crazy.
That's crazy. Knowing that when you said they sniff it, that means you knew by week 12 it was over with.
Wrap.
You had shit packed up already.
Vacation plans by Thanksgiving. Vacation planned by Thanksgiving.
That's tough.
We playing spoiler. we trying to knock them out the playoff.
You trying to mess up somebody's seed, man.
Exactly. Sick as a dog.
Hey, man, which bring me to something, man. What's up with all these young cats, man? Taking their L and then talking about what the next team gonna do and this and that. And
you salty. So I'm a hate. I don't care. I respect them young boys. Keep talking that shit. Keep talking that shit. Yeah, you made us go home, but guess what? Hey,
yo, these young cats crazy, man.
Yeah. Hey, look, but you know what? I feel as though some of us in our locker room would have said it too. It was just we ain't had that social media like they do now. You know what I'm saying? Just imagine all the shit that you heard in the locker room, bro. Imagine the social media was rampant, yo. You know you have
the boy about to go get smacked regardless, man. Forget that. But nah, man. Jabbar Adams getting on to my bring y'all ass to Cabo, bring your own cigars.
Bring your own cigars, right.
Claypool. Somebody, the Chiefs go get clapped. I mean, they go clap the Browns. I mean, for me, if I lose in the offs, man, shoot.
I'm a
I want that team to go. I'm a damn sure shut up, but I want that team to go win it all, man. Like, damn, man, they beat us, but shit, them boys, them boys the Super Bowl, man. They was ready for it, man.
That's just funny to me.
That shit funny, man. This new social media age. Oh man. Let's get these other games, man, from Saturday. Feel like it was forever ago already.
Let's do it.
But Ravens Bills. So the Ravens, Lamar Jackson, Greg Roman and company. Wasn't enough to beat the Bills, man. Obviously, weather played a factor. You saw the automatic Justin Tucker miss. Tucker missed. What did he miss? Two field goals.
2
in the first quarter, I believe. Other kicker missed 1, 2. What you thought about that game?
Man, it was rough, man. It was a sloppy game. I think on both sides, it was a sloppy game. Starting with the Ravens, man, that offense was just too vanilla. It was too vanilla for one with that defense, Coach Frazier led defense. Man, you gotta do a little bit more. It was sometimes where they were just only getting two receivers out, two receivers, two receiver route. Like you can't do that with that defense on that other side of the ball, especially with knowing what the other offense can do.
Yeah.
So it was an ugly game, man. Off season, man, the Ravens have to figure something out the way you can open up their offense a little bit more, because like as we said, like you got a lot of people spending a lot of time dissecting your offense, and when you run a two receiver routes and RPO is cool here and there, but that can't be your offense. You know what I'm saying? And you can't lean on your quarterback being everything for you. You got to have some help. Got to get some receivers outside that can help them. So it was ugly, man. It was an ugly one for the Ravens.
Yeah, definitely was an ugly game. Buffalo, they did enough to get the win, and that's why going into that game, I went with Buffalo. I thought their defense was playing well. Both teams were hot coming into it, but I think Buffalo. I think they're on an 8-game win streak now. Going back to that, Hail Murray, they'll be on like a 10+ game win streak. But they've been balling, man, playing well, and I just don't trust Lamar Jackson in that offense in a 2-minute situation. And we know how a lot of these games, a lot of these halves come down to being able to score in 2 minutes, being able to drive the ball down the field with your passing attack. And just don't see it. Don't see the evolution of the offense. Like you said, very elementary, man. As a defense going into the playoffs, when it's win or go home, those coordinators, those coaches, those players are going to put they're going to cross every T, dot every I when it comes to game planning. So you got to be able to bring something new and fresh to the table. Got to be able to threaten us. The snaps were sloppy over Lamar's head. The play calling, Lamar didn't play well enough. What else went awry that game? It was like you said, it was ugly.
Field goals,
2 minutes field goals. Yeah, it was ugly, man.
Yeah,
it was ugly. But I like my Bills, man. I've been on these Bills. Y'all been tapping in for the last 5-6 weeks. I've been on these Bills, man. I had to stick with them to beat my Colts, unfortunately. Picked them again to beat the Ravens.
You got them against Kansas City, right?
It's early right now.
Okay.
It's early, but I've been saying it. I've been saying I'm gonna stick with them, man. I think I'm gonna stick with them. I think I'm gonna go ahead and ride out at this point.
As you should. It's gonna be a good one, man. I think both games are gonna be a good one. AFC, like you said, we got two young gunners leading the way. And it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one. I like hey, one thing though, shout out to the Buffalo Bills fans.
Bills Mafia,
man. Lamar Jackson, obviously we seen it. He didn't finish the game, concussion. But Bills Mafia, man, they started donating money to the foundation that he works with. I think back in Louisville, and that was dope. And this is not the first time Bills Mafia has done that. I think they did it with I think it was Josh Allen.
Yep. They did it with Andy Dalton too a couple years ago.
Yeah. So Bills Mafia, man, shout out to y'all.
For sure. I want to say they raised like damn near 300,000.
Yeah, something crazy.
Just that quick. So yeah, definitely shout out to Bills Mafia, man. Very, very loyal, solid fan base in the NFL. Finally getting some more success, man. They had obviously a squad back in the 90s. It's been a minute since they got back on the stage. So I know they hype right now with Josh Allen, they chances, going to the Super Bowl. But yeah, shout out Bills Mafia, man.
Bills Mafia. Shout out Benny the Butcher, Conway, West Side Gunner, them Buffalo boys, man. They hot on the scene right now too in the rap game. Hey, so if you you probably riding with the Bills. If you're the DC, if you're Leslie Frazier right now, obviously it's early in the week. You know what I'm saying? What are the key to your defense for y'all to help the team win? Like, what are the top three things you got to do to help your team win?
You know, the Chiefs matchup always tough. It's like you got to pick your poison, man. But
For
number
sure.
one, first and foremost, when we talking about defense, rush lanes. Rush lanes are going to be huge this week. And you just coming off a game where you played Lamar Jackson. Um, got to keep Mahomes in that pocket. You know, assuming
Right.
Mahomes play, which we both assume he will be out there. Got to keep 15 in that pocket because obviously he can kill you from the pocket, but he can really, really kill you from outside of that pocket with Kelsey and Hill taking a little extra time to get open.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, you don't want to let 10 get over your head. You want to limit the explosive plays from the offense as much as possible. So that's 25 plus yard pass gains. And then you still want to make them one-dimensional on defense. So you still want to take away that run game. You don't want to let them get a run game going early. You know, they'll probably be trying to feed Le'Veon Bell. You've seen the Packers come out last week, and that was their whole game plan against the Rams. Like, we're going to control this line of scrimmage first and foremost, run this ball down your throat till you stop it. So you got to do those three things. Obviously, Kelsey, they got so many headaches, but those are three things, man. Keep Mahomes in the pocket. Don't let 10 kill you quick. Make them go the long, hard way and try to make them one-dimensional. You know, limit that running game as much as possible. We talk about all the time in the playoffs. Championship football is being able to control that line of scrimmage, control that run game offensively and defensively. So that's what you got to do. If you Leslie Frazier,
there you go.
What about if you Spags on the other side with the Chiefs defense?
Man, first I'm gonna steal yours as far as rush lanes. You know, Josh Allen. We just kind of mentioned it where he can't beat you with his legs. I don't think a lot of people kind of think about that when you playing the Bills, but I've seen it when he played the Colts, and I've seen it with the Ravens where he can prolong the plays. So your front, they got to be on the same page when it comes to these stunts and these rush lanes. Keep them in the pocket. Two, I can't let Diggs beat me. You know what I mean? I need Beasley. I need John Brown to beat me. I can't let Diggs have 10 to 15 catches because we know that's who he's going to go to. So I'm gonna find a way where we can limit his touches. I'm not going to say we're going to shut him down because he's a hell of a player, but I got to figure out a way where we can limit his touches. And when we get the chances to create turnovers, we got to capitalize.
Got to
capitalize. So those are my three things.
Yeah, man, that should be a good one, man. I'm excited about that one. We all kind of saw it. Well, not we all. You picked some other teams, but you picked the Colts and the Ravens to beat Buffalo, huh? So you don't believe in Buffalo at all.
Nah, I just believed in my coach. You know what I'm saying? I'm a coach. You know what I mean? I'm a coach guy.
Stop it. Cut it out. You picked the Titans to win the division, man. Stop it.
Who won?
I'm just saying, though. Don't act like you just, you know what I mean?
I am. You know. But nah, at this time, I thought the Colts was going to win. I wanted Baltimore to win. That was a bet with my heart. You know what I mean?
Keep your heart off your ticket.
Yeah, whatever. And and you know, now I'm gonna go with the Kansas City Chiefs, man.
All right. So okay. That's good. That's good for me. That's good for Bills Mafia. But speaking of keeping your heart off your ticket, I had a good week this week, betting. Good weekend. 4-0 on the money line. 4-0 on the money line. So I picked all the winners. I picked the Bucks. We both picked the Bucks. Picked the Chiefs. I think we both picked the Chiefs as well. I picked the Bills. You went Ravens. And then I picked the Packers. And I think you went Packers too, right?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So you was 3-1 on the money line. I was 4-0. But then against the spread, I was also 4-0.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, hey, man, y'all tap in. We dropped them little previews, them little minute-long clips before the game. Y'all boys listen, man, because we'll be on point. So, yeah, I called that, Tampa Bay was the underdog, so I took them with the 3 points. Took the Browns with the 10 points. I thought that was disrespectful. They may have had a chance to cover if Mahomes stays healthy. Maybe not. They lost a touchdown too. So we both thought that game would be kind of close. Took the Bills. I think they were favored by 3, and then took Green Bay, who was favored by 6.5. Took them to win and to cover. So undefeated week going into championship Sunday, man. Only 2 games to pick. Feeling good about myself right now, man.
These games gonna be tough though.
Yeah, on paper.
Tough.
On paper. I feel good. I feel good about one of them. I'm a little concerned about the other one, but once I get into my, once I get to my zone, I figure it out.
I hear you.
I'll
Sound
figure
good.
it out.
Sound
But
good.
so last game of the weekend, which was the first game of the weekend, Rams Green Bay. Obviously, Aaron Donald came in kind of banged up. Everybody was talking about the Ramsey Adams matchup, which they was matched up some, but offense is gonna move guys around.
Yeah.
Coming off of that game, man, that defense, man, that Rams defense came in the game as the number one scoring defense. 9-9 was off the field, probably like half the game, you'll say.
Yeah.
And it was ugly. It was ugly.
Yeah.
Like you said earlier, the Packers came in with the mindset, we're gonna be physical, we're gonna run the ball down your throat. And the Rams had no answer for it at all.
Nah.
So that's how that game was pretty much won and dominated. Rams didn't really, they didn't really have much of a chance. I feel like the score was a lot closer than the game actually was if you watched it, man. But they showed some real championship pedigree right there, the Packers, man. What you thought about that matchup?
Man, you said it, man. Shoot, the Packers had 3 running backs in there total. So, as the defense, that's going to wear on you. Your best player is not on the field for, half of the snaps. It's going to be tough, and especially when you're playing a quarterback against Aaron Rodgers, man. You got to take something away from him. You can't. The run game can't be going, and the pass game. Now, as a defensive coordinator, like it's tough for you to make calls. You know what I mean? You playing behind the 8 ball and you playing on your heels. So that's going to be tough, man. And, like you said, I think everybody was anticipating the Devontae Adams and the Jalen Ramsey matchup, but I think we all kind of knew that it wasn't going to be as much as we expected, just with the fact that Devontae Adams moves around a lot. He's in the slot. He's at 3 and things of that nature. And, it was just a good game plan by the Packers, a good game plan by the Packers. Nothing to take away from the Rams. They had a hell of a season. But it was just a tough go. And then I seen this morning where Coach McVay said, everybody is being critiqued, including the quarterback position.
Shit, we saw that. He was benched. we still ain't forget about that. He was benched in that wild card round.
Yeah. So
for Wofford.
So look, man,
investment banker.
Yeah. So we talked in the game. We seen the jet motion, right? Jet motion touchdown by Devontae Adams. Jalen Ramsey was matched up man to man. Obviously, it was some miscommunication. We all know that Jalen Ramsey wouldn't have been able to. I don't care what you do, you're not gonna be able. You can't guard that in man to man.
Jerry Rice pass
and Jerry Rice pass. Yeah, that was tough, and that was that from that play on, man. You seen the frustration.
I didn't like the body language after the play.
Yeah,
you know what I mean at all. But it was poor communication across the board. I think and we talk about all the time. Things happen super fast down there in that low red zone. So that's really about preparation that happens throughout the week, because going into that play, it's too late at that point. Like we got to already know how are we handling the motions down here, how are we handling the bunches, and that was cover 0. So we know how we're going to do things built into certain calls. So if it's cover 1, we're going to play it a certain way. If it's cover 0, we're going to play it a certain way. So they had to know that going into that call. They didn't. They weren't on the same page. It was hesitation from the other DB who's over there. I think it was 33. Ramsey didn't even look like he was anticipating the switch the way he was hauling ass across the ball. Right. Yeah. So it was bad. It was bad communication across the board. And good communication, good execution on the other side with the Packers.
For sure.
And that's what they've been doing, all year.
And at the end of the day, man, what it comes down to, we got to do what we do better than what you do. You know what I mean? So regardless of you trying to scheme us up or whatever the case may be, offensive or defensively, if we do our job, do what we're supposed to do, we got to do it better than what you do. So on that play, he's
fat. Yeah, that was a big one. But yeah, come on. It's time for my 1 minute break. 2-minute break. If we go hit these questions,
drinking all that water, man.
Go talk about these coaching hirings. You know what I mean? That's a good question right there. We're gonna talk
Why
about it.
doesn't Ramsey travel like Reeves did for
Be
100
right back.
million? What's going on, my good people? As you know, as always, you gotta wait for D-Butt, man. Let's see, y'all holla at me, man. What y'all got going on this good Monday? What's the plans? Who will save the Eagles? Man. Shit, I think they said Todd Bowles is interviewing for that head coaching job today. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. And that's crazy. Like, I guess it could be from different organizations, but you know, we hear that, you know, can't interview a coach until after the season, after they're done, or no, you can't hire them, I guess, until after the season. So forget that. He played. Tell these people Manning better than Brady. Man, two great quarterbacks. I think a lot of people are based that off of how many rings Brady has versus how many rings Peyton has. But if you line them up side to side as far as, you know, mechanics and all of those things, man, you really, if you take the rings away, you really can go 1A, 1B. You know what I mean? Peyton is a GOAT. Brady is a GOAT.
I know we ain't on here on Martin Luther King Monday talking about taking rings away. I know that's not what we're doing on here.
Taking rings away. Where you get that
Somebody,
out?
if you take the Brady.
If you take
Brady
the
is the GOAT. Brady's the GOAT. It's no 1A, 1B.
It is a 1A, 1B. You'd be a damn fool.
No 1A, 1B. Tom Brady.
You crazy.
Bah. Is that a sheep or a goat?
Yeah, right.
Whichever one of them's the GOAT, man. Stop it. Head-to-head matchups. I wonder what's the numbers of the head-to-head matchups.
This ain't no Andre Agassi. This ain't no tennis. Get out of here, Ace Boogie.
Stop it, man. You know, when it comes to quarterbacks, man, you know that's part of it, man.
Hey, we not playing one-on-one. Ain't no one-on-one tournament, man. I'll get out of here.
Come on, man. Stop it. Cut it out. What else we got, man? I like this take right here. All right, Spark 17. Big Bucks fan. Bucks D played well, but I feel like our D-back, specifically C. Davis, is very overrated. Front seven carry our teams. You guys see it like that too. I'm off base.
You off base. You off base. Front seven is mean. Now, you know, you love that. You got to have that. I would say this: the defensive backfield is inconsistent.
Yes,
they're inconsistent. I will give you that, but they play good ball. Very opportunistic. They create turnovers. They run, and they're young, and that's not an excuse. But I think that defense as a whole is creating something that's going to be real nasty in the years to come.
Yeah, they got one of the best linebacking combos. Obviously, you got JPP up front too. You got JPP, you got Barrett up front, Sue, and then Levante David and Devin White on that second level. But yeah, if they play more consistent, if they play like they did yesterday, the Bucks got a good chance. They got physical. They were in their face. Shut out Mike Thomas. Which one? The James?
Yeah.
You know, guard Davis got caught with his eyes in the backfield. Trick play.
Cover zero.
It's crazy. It's a copycat league. So the Saints gave up that play against the Bears. Receiver dropped it, and they said, "Shit, I'm gonna put this in the game plan."
Yeah.
But yeah, he definitely eyes got caught in the backfield. You remember what Hammer used to say to Gordy?
What was this?
Was it JG or Cassius?
Might have been both of them fools.
Yo, you back there, eye fucking the quarterback. Just oozing from your eyes, bro. That's
Shout out to Gil Hammer, yo. We still got to get him on the show, man.
Fact.
Oh man, I love that dude. I love that.
Got to, man. So speaking of coaches, we saw Dan Campbell was hired. Dan Campbell was hired, I believe, for the
Lions. Did they hire him yet, or are they still in talks?
I thought they hired him, is what I saw. And then well, I know for sure Brandon Staley, the Rams defensive coordinator, he already took the jobs with that LA Chargers, so he's staying in LA.
What you think about that?
I mean, it's other guys obviously who've been more deserving, in my opinion. Obviously, every team is gonna go through their own, due diligence, their own interview process to try to find the best guy for them. But at this point, this whole hiring cycle has been embarrassing once again. As far as when it comes to minority coaches, black coaches getting their opportunity, getting their shot. Staley's been coaching in the NFL for 4 years, I believe. I think this was his 4th year in the NFL. And, this was the first time I even knew who he was. Not to say that, that's a good or a bad thing, but for him to already have a head coaching job, we got other guys who've been waiting their turn, who've been putting in the work in this league for a long time. I don't like it. Obviously, I want him to have success. I want that team to have success, but I'm not a huge fan of the hire. Nothing against Staley. Did a great job with that defense this year, but
yeah,
I think it's other guys that are more deserving. What about you?
Nah, man. I think follow what you just said. I didn't know. I don't know much about him. 4 years in the league as a coach. This is the process, man. We just gotta look at this process and just kind of figure out what is it that as a black coach, we don't get these same opportunities. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it sounds redundant, but shit, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Year in, year out, man, we keep having these same conversations. And at some point, man, it shit gotta give, man. But
it done got so bad to the point where they incentivized it with draft picks.
Right, that's so crazy. Like that's a smack in the face. Like I seen that, I'm like, yo, like that's crazy to me. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, you giving out 3rd round draft picks for teams that hire basically black coaches or general managers, in position of power. So the Lions, they hired a black GM, and it's not like we just want people hired because they're black. Like, oh yeah, he's a black coach. Like, give him a shot, give him a chance, hire him. No, these
guys are qualified,
overqualified, man, overly qualified for years and years, and still not getting these opportunities up the pipeline. That was part of the reason Watson was pissed off down in Houston. Them not even bringing in Eric Bieniemy until that whole situation came to the forefront. And now, oh yeah, we're gonna send them out an interview request too.
Yeah,
like stop.
Kick rocks.
Yeah, it's ridiculous at this point.
Yeah, but I'm out of here.
Yeah, it's wild, man. It's wild. But what else you got, man? So now we'll get to that later. We'll get to that on Friday. We'll get that on Friday.
Send a question up here earlier. I want to before we had to take your potty break. Oh, that shit right there. We was gonna talk about this.
Oh yeah, General Fisk, Vegas. Why doesn't Jalen Ramsey travel like Revis did? For $100 million, he got to go take Devontae away. It's a good point. It's a good point you got there, sir.
And go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. You got
it. And I also want to, put it out there. It's not always on the player. You know what I mean? So, because a lot of times, players will be like, nah, and I'm pretty sure Ramsey will be like, nah, just let me travel with him, the whole game. But a lot of times the defensive coordinator be like, man, it's bigger than you. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to do what's best for our defense. You know what I'm saying? So the defensive coordinator he might be in a situation where I don't want you to follow him. You know what I mean? Whereas it's going to, open up some other holes possibly in our defense. So it's not always on the DB. So a lot of guys, when I see it, they like, oh, he's scared to travel. Like shit, a lot of guys, these dudes are competitive up here. So that's the main thing that, especially your corner, when you have your top 3 corners in the league, where like, okay, well, who's the best corner? Oh, this guy's the best corner just because he travels every game. You know what I mean? So when other corners see that, they like, well, shit, knocking on the defense coordinator door, like, like I need to travel with the top guy. Defense coordinator be like, just fall back a little bit. Like this is bigger than you. You know what I mean? So
yeah. It's a team game, man. Just like you said, it ain't tennis. And obviously, as a defense, I'm sure Brandon Staley would have wanted Jalen Ramsey on Devontae Adams as much as possible. But obviously, the offense can come out, line up, move guys around, and like we talked about, man, it kind of messes up everybody else, because when you do have that matchup, I've been involved in games where, and I've been in a corner that's matching or a corner that's not matching, and that changes things for the whole defense, the whole secondary, like how they're going to call that game. So like AB said, it's bigger than that one person. Obviously Devontae Adams is, big, but Devontae Adams wasn't the reason they won that game. It was stopping that run. It was stopping that run, and they didn't do that. So it was bigger than that. But Jalen Ramsey has moved around. He's played in the slot some. He's played on the outside some. But depending on the scheme that comes to that game, whichever matchup, it's about what's best for the team, for the defense going into that game. So I guess that would answer your question. You've had guys like Sherman who play in the same system and will stay on one side. Tre'Davious White who will stay on that side because that's what's best for the defense. And he's an all-decade corner. You got a guy like Pat Peterson who pretty much his whole career he's traveled, played in the slot, played outside. They played a lot of press man-to-man coverage, so it's a lot easier to, do that, to go into games with that. So it's different for each team, each defense. Oh, how do you rank the quarterbacks? Off the rails, Tone, Jim. Shout out Tone.
Tone, what it do?
How do I rank the quarterbacks left? So we got Rodgers, Mahomes, Allen, Brady.
Let me hear this. I'm gonna fire your little dirty ass.
That's it right up. That's it right there.
What you say?
Aaron Rodgers. That's number 1.
Where they at in their career right now?
I'm talking about right now, taking a snap on Sunday. Okay. Aaron Rodgers, number 1. You agree with that? You disagree with that?
I agree.
Okay. Then you got Pat Mahomes.
All right.
And then you got Josh Allen.
All right.
And you got Tom Brady.
All right. I like that. I was gonna fight a little. I was gonna fight a little dirty. I was gonna fight a little dirty ass up if you would say something crazy.
Shit, you know what I mean? You feel me? I think that's how you rank them. Obviously, Brady got the most experience on this stage.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes. Everybody's been on that Mahomes wave for the last couple of years, rightfully so. Aaron Rodgers reminded y'all this year, like, I'm still that guy. I've been that guy. And then Josh Allen, he's on his way up. So it's be a big weekend for him, big stage for him. But that defense, if that defense can play and continue to set up, I don't think, because Aaron Rodgers don't turn the ball over like that. And I know he had an ugly game against the Bucs the first time they faced off, but as you know, these are two completely different teams at this point in the season than they were back then. So I think A-Rod takes care of that ball.
On both ends, though. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. I feel you on both ends, but I would say if you look at Green Bay has improved more than Tampa has improved. And Tampa has played some weak opponents down the stretch. Obviously, they played good football team yesterday with the Saints. Can't take nothing away from that. But down the stretch of the season, they played some weaker opponents as opposed to, Green Bay ending their season with the Bears, then going into facing that tough Rams defense, that tough Rams team. So I think they're more prepared for this matchup. I'm going with A-Rod.
I hear you.
General Fitz tripping. He said Rodgers ain't better than Mahomes in 2021. Stop it. Hey, you gotta go pay your cable bill. You gotta get your cable turned back on, son.
Yeah, that boy Rodgers been cooking this year.
Know what you've been watching?
He been cooking, and he making it look. He real smooth with it too. Somebody asked a question like, when you line up and you see Aaron Rodgers smiling at you, what you do? Shit, I'm gonna smile back at that motherfucker. Like, what you mean? Like, I'm getting paid too. Like,
hey, that that was such. So somebody just said Rodgers is leaning on the run. Stop it. Okay, coming into the game as a defender, as dominant as that run game is, we know that playoffs stop the run first and foremost. But when you got a guy that's throwing the ball like Aaron Rodgers has been throwing it this year, that's damn near right up there. And it's almost never right up there with stop the run. That's right up there with it. So that's automatically going to open the run game up a little more. So you come in and you hand it off. And then on that play where he did smile at the safeties, he was smiling at their because they was in the box playing aggressive in quarters against the run because they had them ran for 175 plus already.
He already knew what was coming.
He knew this play action. I got y'all ass lined up. The play action dropped the dime. I mean, he's been elite his whole career. We went over a while ago, went over his touchdown and interception ratio. It's just absurd. And he's back on it, man. So anybody in here talking about A-Rod just depends on the run game and stop.
Yeah, you gotta watch a little bit more film, buddy.
For real.
A little bit more film.
Rohan think both games gonna be shootouts. I can
think so.
That. I can see that. You know, which one you think will be a more defensive?
Green Bay and Tampa. I don't think it's gonna be a shootout. Now I don't know what we call a shootout. Like I don't know if you're thinking like 30 plus points for both teams or 40 plus points, but I can see the Bills and potentially Kansas City, but I don't think the NFC will be a shootout. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I definitely think Green Bay gonna score points. So Tampa gonna have to. I can see them both going over 30s, both being in the 30s. Over unders being over like 50. I can see that.
Man, General Fisk, he must be. What you drinking this morning?
I can see that the General on something. So y'all rather play Mahomes Chiefs than Rodgers Packers?
We not talking about teams. We talking about the quarterback. We talk about the quarterback, and you know. So if you talking about team wise and whatever, but
yeah, he tripping, man. General Fish tripping. Hold on, who is this? Boom. These are young ladies over at WW Sports Live.
What up?
Women watching sports. Overreaction. Revenge is a diss. Best served cold. The buck stops at Lambeau.
Overreaction.
I think that's a fair reaction.
Yeah, I mean, I think I might have. I ain't gonna give y'all my picks just yet. not yet.
Yeah, man, it'd be crazy though. It's been some talk like, hey man, are the refs going to try to get Brady into the Super Bowl down in Tampa? Be the first time, and you know the NFL is about storylines.
Of course.
So what would be the better storyline coming out of this? You know, you got
what you think?
Tom Brady against Mahomes. Tom Brady against Josh Allen. A-Rod against Mahomes. A-Rod. I mean, I think A-Rod.
It would be
Mahomes is what the world want to see.
But the better storyline though is Tom Brady leaving New England. New England having a shitty year. Tom Brady takes Tampa to the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is in Tampa, and then him playing against one of the young guns. I think that's a storyline. So you look at the game last night, right? I forgot what touchdown it was, but Tom Brady runs up to the ref and try to give him a high five. The motherfucking ref smiling like shit, wanted to give him a high five like a motherfucker. He's like, damn, but I can't do it. I can't do it. But
that'll be on one.
He'd be on one. But that's what I would think would be the storyline that everybody would eat up. That's just my opinion. Shit, I don't know.
That's true. I mean, I know I would want to see Mahomes and A-Rod. Like I said, it was. I feel like A-Rod kind of took his crown back temporarily. Like, hold on, chill out, everybody on this. And you watch him on the Pat McAfee show on Tuesday, so he kind of be alluding to kind of like, hey, I've been doing this for a minute.
Nah, he talking shit now.
Yeah, he get his shit off. So
he talking shit, and I like it.
I love it. You know, we all about shit talking on here.
Now that Pepe, I was just about to say Pepe. That's them State Farm shit should be crazy.
State Farm numbers going up. Commercial through the roof, no matter what it is. Yeah. I'm excited either way though. We got 4 good teams left.
Four great quarterbacks.
Four great quarterbacks, man.
Yeah.
Who are the defensive coordinators? We got Green Bay, we got Mike Pettin. Tampa Bay, we got Todd Bowles supposed to be interviewing for the Philly job too.
Yep.
And then we got Spags, who's won 3 Super Bowls at this point. So you got a 3-time champ,
and Leslie
Spagnola, and then you got Leslie Frazier.
Shit, Leslie Frazier got him. He got him a ring too.
Yep.
He might got 2
or no?
He might got 2. He played. Well, he was on the coach staff in 06 when we won.
Mm-hmm.
And when he played with the Bears, did he get a ring when he played with the Bears?
Oh,
I think so.
Probably.
Yeah,
probably.
I think he got one with the Bears as well. So shit.
Yeah, man.
Got some hardware out there.
I like it. I like it, man. Gonna be some good matchups, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Like the stream. Ashley, what up?
What it do?
You know, if y'all on Clubhouse, follow the NFL Club, the Man to Man Pod Club. But yeah, appreciate y'all, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Like the stream, follow the pod. Our last guest we had was Xavier Howard. Great interview. He picked who he had going to the Super Bowl as well in that interview. We'll have some another special guest for y'all this week. We'll be back on Wednesday. Check in with us, and then going live again on Friday, 11 a.m. same time.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Y'all go slide over to the Pat McAfee show, man. His Overreaction Monday. Y'all be good, man. Happy MLK Day once again.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a good week, man.
Good week. Oh, yeah. No. We had GA, Coach GA. Gerald Alexander was our last guest. He jumped on Friday. I forgot. DB coach for the Dolphins as well. That was our last guest. That was a really good interview, too.
Very.
Talked a lot of ball on that, man. So y'all tap in, man. Appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir.